Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I know I wanted to sleep in this morning. Aren't you glad I didn't? Come on in. Come on in and be with me and let's have some fun. It's Saturday, Saturday. Dance to the music. Let me see if I can find us and make sure that we're streaming. There we are. Hi. All right. Let people know we're here. Hmm. Catherine Kovacs. Good morning, darling. And there you are. Good morning. Okay, let's get the morning song playing. Turn my heat down just a little bit. Yes, I need heat today. It's 13 degrees this morning. Holy moly, what is going on? Isabel, good morning, honey. All right, let's play the morning song. It is a beautiful 13-degree day. How is it where you are? Let's do a check-in.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you. Just jump the fun. If you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Cause it's a beautiful day. Isn't it all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
All right. Hello there. How's everybody doing? Let's do a check-in. Suzanne, good morning, sweetie. So good to see you. All right. How about some heart-brain coherence? Let's get the heart and the brain communicating, get them on the same channel. And yeah, the heart right now is saying, I love you. And the brain saying, I want to go back to bed. It's cold. So let's get them on the same page. So we do that by touching the heart center slowing down the breathing, and adding in love. Love, love, love. Love is the only thing that's real. So when we tell our brain that, all of a sudden, it doesn't matter that it's 13 degrees. All that matters is what's in this moment, right here, right now. And you're here and I'm here, and we're here to just love on each other today. Doesn't that feel good? Adding in love is like putting another log on the fire. It's putting that energy that's going to just give you a big warm hug. So, Kathy, you saw a post by Al. I love my Allie O'Shea, and had to share it. Making a fresh start day. After some chores, I plan to include Colin's friend Jess on preparing, cleaning, and decorating for Christmas. We even invited her to come tomorrow to pick out a Christmas tree. She hasn't really celebrated Christmas in a long time. No family. Yeah, I get that, Kathy. I'm so happy that you're including her. What a blessing. What a blessing to be somewhere where people accept you and include you instead of excluding you. Thank you for doing that. Good morning, Nora Bush. Thank you for being here. Okay, well, how about that blog last night? Don't know if you've had a chance to read it yet, but it's called Hope. Charles Dickens said, "It's always something to know you've done the most you could, but don't leave off hoping, or it's of no use doing anything. Hope, hope to the last." I've had some really interesting conversations lately about hope and those who are facing the end of their life and what that looks like to them. My mom died of lymphoma. I was visiting with her in the hospital just before she passed and happened to be there when her doctor came in. He was asking her if she wanted to go back on chemotherapy. She didn't hesitate with her answer as she told him yes, she wanted to live. She was 84 years old and one of the bravest women I know. She held out hope until the end that she would not die from the cancer. Tonight, I learned of an 11-year-old boy in the UK who was born with a heart dysfunction, which required a heart transplant for him to live. In his young life, he has already had 2 transplants and rejected both. He and his family have made the decision to not pursue another transplant. He is dying. There's no hope other than a miracle if it's meant to be. I watched him on video. He was so full of life and laughter as he inspires others. You wouldn't know he was sick at all, except he had to stop frequently to cough because he was unable to breathe. He is not sad or pitying, self-pitying. He understands that his days are numbered and he's making the most of them. He's checking off things on his bucket list. I may not fully understand these 2 situations. A woman in her 80s hoping for a little more time with her loved ones, and a child just hoping to make the most of each moment he has before he leaves his loved ones. But it's not my job to understand. My only function is to love and show compassion. Hi, Deirdre. Dear angels, I have been at death's door several times, and each time I pulled on any sliver of hope that was presented to me, and I clung to it as one would a life raft. I watched this little boy, his name is Corey, and I watched him tonight with awe and amazement. He seemed totally at peace and he did not exhibit any energy other than love. In my heart, I know that I survived all that I did because there was a higher purpose and journey that I am to complete, and I needed the extra time to do so. For Corey, I feel that he is living out his purpose to show only love, no matter what. And to me, that is the biggest example of bravery possible. Thich Nhat Hanh said, hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. Dear ones, it's important to realize that each of you has a divine plan, and many times it does not look like what you envision as the answers to what you are praying for. When you pray for someone to get, quote, better, you hold a specific vision of what that looks like. In reality, some have come to their exit point from their human experience, and getting better means they go forward from pain and suffering. It is not your job to try to fix them. Simply honor and love them. Your acceptance unconditionally is the best gift that you can bring. Remember that just because they return to their spirit being, they are simply participating in the oneness in another form. There is no end. That love you hold for each other is for an eternity. Soak it up and keep it within your heart. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. Dear angels, today I promise to accept, align, and allow, as I realize it's not my job to try to change others. I can only change myself. Wow. Didn't know that was going to come out last night in the writing, but it was huge. And as I watched this little boy, and if you want to find him, he's on YouTube as Captain Corey. He loves pirates and he loves life. And just watching him, just sitting there, this little guy giggling and laughing, and he was so gracious, and people were sending him presents, and he was so excited. Every present that he opened, it was like it was the best thing in the whole world. He was so excited about it, and you know, who knows how many days he has left, but he would open a present, he'd say, oh, I can play, I can do this, I can play with this, and I'm so excited to be able to play with this. And just seeing that energy from him, he knows he's dying, but it didn't matter because he was in the now moment. And it really showed me, I have nothing to complain about at all. And it showed me that, yeah, each moment is a moment to cherish. Each moment we're alive. We can make a difference, or we can just wallow in our pity and just stay in that energy. I choose to stay in the high vibration. There's a song that I used to play. Oh, I don't even know if I could find it at the moment, but it was called Even If the Sky is Falling Down. I don't know if you all remember. It's been a while since I played that. But that's how I feel. Even if the sky is falling down, even if there's like nothing to hold on to, no hope at all, I'm going to stay in my high vibration. I'm going to stay doing what I do and loving it, loving every minute of it as I go about this thing called life. So this little 11-year-old taught me such a lesson last night. I wasn't crying as I looked at him. I was actually laughing with him and seeing the beauty in his eyes and the beauty on his face. And it was so funny because he has a problem pronouncing specific, and it would always come out Pacific. And his mom was just adorable, and she was trying to help him to remember that it has an S in front of it. And it's like he's being so normal instead of just, oh, okay, I guess I'll just lay down in my bed. No, he was sitting up, and he was on for like an hour. and sitting there just excited, like a little kid opening Christmas presents. So if you want to get inspired, go to YouTube and Google Captain Corey, and he is just so inspiring. So I encourage you to look at the different ways that we can handle the challenges of life. What challenge are we looking at? What challenge are we holding? And how big is that in our eyes? How do we deal with it? What are we doing? How are we handling it? And how are we giving a message to others to stay in the now moment? Because that was the message I got loud and clear from him. He's living every moment, just as if it's the only moment he has, because it may be. Kathy says, oh my gosh, that message from the angels is definitely for me. I will use AAA, and even though I cannot fix Colin or Jess, I can keep shining my light and offering love and care. That's what it's all about, Kathy, and that's what you're doing. Thank you for doing that. And I saw some people come in. Grace Isis, oh, my heart is warm now, because Gracie, I have missed you like crazy, and I hope that you're feeling better, honey. I really do. And Ricky, Rick, and Josie, thank you for being here this morning. And Kathy says, I'm so done with wallowing in pity. I cannot change the fact that my son and this girl have addictions and mental health problems, but I can change how I deal with it. Exactly. That's it. Exactly. We work with the hand we're dealt, and we chose to be here. We chose to have experiences that's going to teach us and things that are going to help us to understand love more fully. So absolutely, Kathy, I'm so proud of you. My Leo's here. Leo's, hello, in the house. And Deirdre says, I love that currently there are no challenges for me. So I've got nothing but now moments. Thank you, universe. Absolutely. Good morning, Gracie. I'm so glad you're here. That's right. Rick. Oh, Rick, I would love for you to see this little child that's so into pirates. And he loves all the pirate movies. And what was the other thing? Harry Potter. He's a Harry Potter fan. So people are sending him presents from all over the world and encouraging him and loving on him in this little time that he's going to have left. He was a part of the decision making that said, no, I'm not going to have another heart transplant. I'm not going to go through that again. I'm going to enjoy the moments I have left. And I so admire him. He right now is my hero. And so I'll keep watching him and keep being inspired by him. And who knows, I might send him a present. Turn the heat back up because it's got chilly. Carrie says, my challenge is unhinging all this stuff I've amassed over the years so I can be free. This is as young as I'll ever be again, and it's time to stop being bound to things. Kathy, I'm sorry, Carrie, sorry. That was the most freeing thing that I have ever had happen to me, is to release things, to let go, to say, I don't need this material thing. I don't need that. It doesn't bring me happiness. It doesn't give me a hug. It doesn't tell me good morning. All of those things are just things. And things are so replaceable, but people aren't. Okay, Kathy says, Bob likes pirates too. He wants a book about pirates. Does anyone here know any good pirate books? Well, Rick, maybe you can answer that question. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the pirates. What are they? The baseball, I think, is pirates. Auntie Jean is feeling a lot better, but she's still got a wicked cough, and it's just grabbed a hold of her and won't let go. So Send her some love, everyone. Love heals. So send her some love and let her know that you all miss her. Carrie, my sweet little mama, cheated death several times just so she would be bound by businesses and houses and stuff. Yeah. You know, I've owned three, I'm trying to remember now, 3 houses, I think, in my lifetime. And houses don't bring you happiness. I guess I thought that if you own a house, then wow, you know, you've got roots, you've got something. And none of those houses really did it for me. They didn't bring me happiness. They didn't bring joy into my life. Yeah, it was good to have a place that, you know, that's my number. That's where I live on that street. But I still wasn't fulfilled. So I understand what you're saying, Carrie. It's like none of that stuff is important. What's important is what's on the inside. What's going on inside of you? What house have you built in here? What stability are you bringing inside of you? Good morning, Charlie. And Kathy says, yes, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not so great a baseball team, though. I don't know. I don't really follow baseball. Isabel, my challenge is to accept all my ancestors and send them love and appreciation. That was a baggage I don't want to carry anymore. Yeah, well, that's them. That's not you. So just release that energy. That's all. Just let it go. And when you do that, that also is freeing. When you think, oh, I'm this or I'm that, or my ancestors had this issue or this disease or this problem, just let it go. Just stay in the now. In the now moment, you will really find who you are, not who Uncle Sam was or, you know, Aunt Betsy. It's all you. And how are you handling this thing called life? Oh, we're calling in our Blue. I know. I think she's been sleeping in the mornings. I don't know how cold it is up there in Vermont, but I know I didn't want to get up this morning in 13-degree weather. I covered my head back up and I'm going, I don't know if I can get up this morning, but finally that thought kicked in. Oh, I got to go see my peas. I got to go share some love this morning. So yeah, that's probably where our Blue is, under the covers. And Kathy says, I don't do baseball either, but being from Pittsburgh, that's how I know about them. Well, when Deirdre posted the link, I saw that it was MLB, which is baseball. So that's the only way I knew. Isabel says, yes, I am feeling free from it, letting it go, cutting those cords of holding on to something that we perceive to be on the outside of us. And yeah, it's great to get in touch with our ancestry. It is great to know that, you know, people in my lineage lived in Ireland, in my case, and were from Native America. You know, I'm of the Cherokee heritage, so it's good to know that. But I am the culmination of everything. My life, this lifetime, the ancestors that brought me here. But I'm me, unique. There is not another me. There may be someone very similar to me, but they haven't had the exact experience that I have had. Kathy says, since both of us love the Outer Banks of North Carolina, I think I will try to find books about the pirates that haunted that area. You know, you probably can look at their library, Kathy, and I'm sure they have a history. I think every library carries a history of the area. So there might be something there that you can digitally go and retrieve. I met someone, is it a year ago now, when I went to Portland and met up with Nivriti from India. We got together in Portland, and the person that had brought her there to that area was at a conference, and it was all about digitalizing books for libraries so you can check them out virtually. So maybe check into that and see if that's something that they have. And some of those books you may be able to just tap into and see the history of the area. So how about a Kuan Yin card this morning? Becoming friends with yourself. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It is not defiance, it is natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. Boy, don't I know that. Sometimes the friends that I have made in this lifetime feel more like a family member than friends. And every one of you that's on here right now, you are family to me. You feel more like brothers and sisters, or that daughters. I have a lot of the P's that I just relate to them as somebody that I have birthed in probably another lifetime, because that's the energy that comes from the relationship. So there's a lot of P's that call me mom. There's a lot of P's that will send me messages and tell me that they feel like they are my daughter. And I love that. I love that we can have that kind of closeness, even though there's no blood relation. It doesn't have to be. That just means we decided to come into a biological family. It doesn't mean we're going to be close. It doesn't mean that we're going to even keep that relationship for a lifetime. So, Sally, good morning. You don't see other people's comments. Well, I don't know, Sally. We got a lot of people on this morning. Maybe you're on EWN, because I think the majority of people are on my timeline. So if you want to jump over, that's, I believe, where most people are, is on Teri Angel, and just come find us. We're all here. We're having a good time this morning. And Kathy says, true, they do have lots about pirates down in the Outer Banks. They do in Florida as well. You'll find a lot of information about pirates in Florida. Jim or Sean, thank you for being here this morning. Good morning to you, and hugs to you. Thank you for coming on. So how's our Sally and Tony? How's your morning going? It's probably very cold there in Michigan, just as it is here in Colorado. So anyway, this has been great this morning, living in the moment, focusing on the now, because that's all there is to focus on. If we try to live in the past, we are just blinded. We can only see that. If we try to jump to the future, there's no guarantee for any of us. Just like Captain Corey, he doesn't know if he's going to have one more moment, or maybe he'll live for weeks or a month. Doesn't matter to him. He's enjoying every now moment that he has, and he's bringing pleasure into the world. And that's what I choose. I don't know how many more moments I will have, and it doesn't matter if I stay in the now. What matters is, what am I doing with this particular moment that I've been given? And every morning when I wake up with gratitude for one more moment. I may not even make it through a day, and that's okay. I'll stay in the now moment. I'll celebrate it. I'll honor it, because it's a gift that's been given to me. Why wouldn't I undress it and unwrap it and honor it for what it is? It is the time that I have. And if all of us could just adapt that attitude, if everyone on the planet could just say, there's no guarantees, there's only now, what a difference that would make if we all just looked at each moment as precious, not knowing what might or might not happen. We don't know. We can try to tap in with our energy, but we really don't know specifically how many more moments we might have. I just saw Rosa Albert pop in. Good morning, Rosa. Oh, I miss you so much, honey. And I really hope next time I'm in Florida, I hope I get to see you. I would love that. Okay, guys, so it is time for prayers. If you have something going on, if you'd like to put yourself in the prayer circle, or you have someone you'd like to just let us lift up with you, just type their name in. And Carrie says, take the photo. So glad I took family photos at Thanksgiving. None of us thought we didn't look good, too fat, too skinny, my hair isn't right, etc. Trust me, take the photos. Carrie, as I've traveled back and forth across the country over the last 2 years, I have taken probably 1 million photos. I have taken so many pictures, and I can look back and each picture, I can place myself in that moment. I can put myself right back there where I was sitting with you in the cracker box. I can put myself in Vermont where we were all around at the retreat. I can put myself in Charlie's house, and Suzanne's house, and Kathy's house, and Stacy's house, wherever I've been. Auntie Jean, I have so many memories of her as we traveled for 4 months. And yeah, we did take a lot of pictures. And each one of those is a memory. And I love what you're saying. Don't worry how you look in the picture. And this is something I've really tried to help others understand and help myself understand. Doesn't matter how you look. When I started this morning show, I was in my pajamas. I had just woke up and got a cup of coffee and gone outside into nature. And when I heard to turn on Facebook Live, I said, you gotta be kidding me. I'm here in my pajamas, no makeup, just all natural. And that's how it's been since day one. It doesn't matter. What matters is our love. What matters is our message. Your message is what's going to be received, not if you look perfect, not if every hair is combed and staying in place. That none of that matters. The physical doesn't matter. The love inside is what you're going to be remembered by. And Carrie, I think that's what you're doing right now, is remembering that love that was inside of your sweet mama. I'm so glad that you had that. Deirdre, thank you for that prayer for all humans, for Gaia, and for world peace and attention to human trafficking. Thank you. And Isabel praying for Auntie Jean to get better soon. We all are. I'm missing that little one. Let me tell you, I went into Auntie Jean withdrawal when I had to leave her house. And I can't wait for her to feel better so we can have some phone conversations. And I get to just revisit with her and see how she's doing. Jennifer, good morning, sweet one. And Kathy said, that's beautiful, Carrie. It is. It is so beautiful to focus on what's inside instead of what's outside. Because when we're looking at what's outside, all we're going to see is material stuff. That's all. Kathy says, I'm all about pictures and memories. Indeed. And Grace Isis, I have beautiful pictures of you, Grace Isis, and beautiful memories of sitting with you, hugging on you, loving on you. And thank you for being here this morning. And Gracie says, prayers for those on our minds, inside the circle, outside and in the world. Prayer for the reason for the season. Absolutely, Gracie. And Deirdre says, Facebook took my prayer emoji away. Totally bummed. Well, bummer, but they're taking a lot of things away. And Rosalind, why don't I see you on my screen? Rosalind, it is important to, and I don't think the sentence is finished. JoY Castrillo, prayers for everyone to realize the importance of self-love. Self-love and self-care. I think probably all of you know that I'm starting a podcast on January the 3rd that will run every Tuesday for the whole year. And it'll be Tuesdays at 5 o'clock Eastern at happy hour. And it's going to be called the Peapod. We're working with topics each week. And one of those topics, which will probably entail quite a bit of the conversation throughout the year, is self-love and self-care. And I really want to have some great, deep discussions about that. So Joanne, I'd love to have you on, Joanne. Let me know if that's something you'd be willing to do and talk about that. Because I know Joanne is such a beautiful person to bring out caring for ourselves and loving on ourselves and helping us to see the beauty inside of us. So Joanne, I love you so much. Thank you for all you do in the world. Gracie says, moved and loved for you immensely, Teri and the Peas. I love you, honey. I'm so glad to see you on my computer screen this morning. I'd rather be holding you, but I'll take what I got. I'll take this moment where you're here in our wheelhouse. And Isabel, prayers for all in need today. Oh, yay, Joanne, you would love that. Awesome. Awesome. Every Tuesday, 5 o'clock, y'all put it on your calendars because we're going to just have some deep discussions. And it's going to be at least 2 people on with me every week where we talk about what's real. You know, those material things, that's not where love is. Love is inside. Jennifer, yes, yes. It's time for us to have those kind of discussions. All right. So if there's any other prayer requests, anything going on, just type it in and I'll add it to our long prayer list that we have going on. And I know Blue put the Reiki circle or the Reiki grid back up. I know that Auntie Jean has the stuff to create a grid. She's been very sick, so I don't know if she was able to complete it, but we all go into those grids anytime that you mention a loved one, anytime you bring us somebody to lift up in prayer, they go into the Reiki grid and energy is sent every day from that grid. Energy is sent from the angels. Maria, good morning, Maria Cefalo. So glad to have you here. And you're here just in time for our prayer and meditation. So let's do that. Let's go into really focusing on what's important. And what's important is that feeling of wanting the whole world to feel love, wanting the whole world to feel peace. Jules, thank you for being here. All right, so Rosalind's comment was, it's important to recognize that you are not trying to discover a new reality. You are the reality behind the truth. The you has never been traumatized. The nervous system makes the trauma personal, but the magic is realizing the original you has not been traumatized like Corey, the pirate. Mistaken identity is what gives it power. We can have intentional and affectionate disinterest until what isn't serving us falls away. I love that, Roz. Thank you for being here with your beautiful wisdom this morning. And yes, I have wonderful pictures of our Rosalind Good Vibes. And Rosalind, I have so many memories with you. Just wonderful, beautiful energy when I was at your home, when we got together with Karen Palmer. Those are memories that live in my heart and on my pictures in my phone and in my computer. And I will never, ever forget those times that we spent together, whatever we were doing, if we're out and about at the beach or at your home or whatever. And thank you. Thank you for so many memories. Okay, so let's go in our heart. Let's find what's real this morning. So breathe in some love and tell yourself, I'm wishing you well today. Tell yourself that. Isn't that what we all want? We want to be well. We want to be happy. We want to enjoy those moments of life. So right now, in this now moment, which is what all that we have, I wish you well. I wish you health. Say these things to yourself. I wish you health. I wish you happiness. I wish you joy. Just want the very best for yourself. And if you're not hearing that from anyone else, you can certainly hear it from you. You can hear it from me. Just replay this and listen to those words. I wish you the very best experience possible in every now moment that you have. Go into your heart. Let it be lifted by this energy. Find that place inside of you where you say yes. Say your yes to living each moment, not focusing on anything that's outside of you, whatever that might look like, whether that's a vehicle, a house, other people, whatever it might be that you're focusing on, bring it back into your heart and cherish it. Cherish you in this moment, because this is really all we have right now, right here, and you're here. Thank you for being here. You are special. You are important. You do matter. What you think, what you feel, what you do matters. And just like Kathy Hand realizing that the only person you can change is you, the only attitude you can change is yours, and you are the one holding the memories. Yes, indeed, Deirdre, it is now o'clock. And that's the only time there ever is that now time. And when we get out of our heart and we get out of that now moment, that's when the stress happens. So let's stay in the now moment. Let's give some more love. Let's just say to ourselves, everybody here right now, just say, I love and appreciate you. Talking about you, not anybody else, that person inside of you. I love and appreciate you. Hear those words. Hear it coming from my lips to your heart, and then say it yourself. I appreciate you. I love you. This thing called life, it's all about getting back to who we truly are, going home in our heart. And when you find that home in your heart, you just want to share it. You just want everybody to experience that same energy. That's what I found as I travel around and see all of you. I want to experience those now moments with you. And I want you to feel the love that I feel for you. But only you can open up your heart to it. So open your heart right now to the you that's inside and look at how precious you are. And just make those statements to you. I wish you well. I wish you health. I wish you wealth. I wish you happiness and joy and living in every moment. And so let's have that same sentiment over all the prayer requests. Everyone that's on our prayer list, everyone that's in our big extended family, and we are family, everyone that's a P for peace, let's just send love. And we do that on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you so immensely. You're all living in my heart. It's really big. So you're all welcome in there. Just come on in. And Carrie says, Kathy, love them. Don't enable. Don't give rides or money. Not another phone, not another car. My niece is in recovery and is doing fantastic. They do recover. For her, it took 2 open heart surgeries at the age of 27 to put down the drugs. Love them and pray. Pray hard and have hope and faith. Just don't give in to the drug demon's demands. It is a demon. You know, that's so true, Carrie. My nephew, Brian, we've been praying for him most of this year. And Brian needs a liver transplant, but the transplant team won't even look at him until he gives up the drugs and the alcohol. And he's doing really, really well. He knows that if he takes that drink, if he puts that drug in his mouth, it's all over. So yeah, sometimes it takes that hitting rock bottom before you can get back up. Oh, and Marietta, remember to smile because Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. Thank you, Marietta, for all your teachings. Thank you for the love that you are. Let's hear some Leo. What do you say? And get out of here and get on with our beautiful day that we have ahead of us. Let me go find our Leo. There he is.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's
Right,
the perfect
Isabel.
day to
You're
have
my
a great
heart. I
day.
have pictures of you.
Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful
a
day.
great
If you woke
day.
up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into our new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Running cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full
Oh,
of.
Catherine, that is so beautiful.
Full of joy. Give me a cup
I love that little picture picture of you.
There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. Triple A, morning cuppa full of joy every day at age. Just start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cuppa full of joy every day at age. Just start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cuppa joy, cuppa full of joy.
Thank you, Leo. I love how creative you guys are getting. Look at you, your little pictures. Catherine Kovacs, that is just adorable. And Jennifer, oh, I received that hug. Love on yourself today. Self-love, self-care is not selfish. Tell yourself how amazing you are. Tell yourself, I wish you well. And that's my sentiment for all of you. I wish you well. I wish you love. I wish you hope and joy and peace. Every good thing that can come your way. I want that for you. I send that to you from my heart to your heart. So receive it, hold it, and love on it. And then spread that stuff out into the world. Love on others. I've issued a challenge starting the first of the year that every day we're going to send gratitude. So every day I'm going to pick one person and I'm going to send you a message of gratitude. And it comes from my heart because I hold every one of you in my heart. So if you get a little message from me that just says, I'm grateful for you today, just know that that's a heart hug I've sent your way. And I encourage all of us to do that, starting on January. You can do it every day, but starting January 1st, let's fill up 2023 with love and with gratitude. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Hi, Sophia Rigo. Thank you for being here. I've loved you on Instagram lately. I hope you've seen my replies to your posts because I just love your energy. So I'm going to get off of here and leave you all with namaste, y'all. I will see you later. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful, amazing day.